I'm going to show you how I do the muzzle on the bear. So just like the picture in the pattern, I have marked where I want my muzzle. So I've used my pins that I have available in my store too, but I really like these in the colors, and I have different colors that I can mark and I can see. Just as a note of caution, please count your pins that you have going into your animal and make sure you have the same number out, right? So I got 2, 4, 6, 8. So I gotta have 8 when I come out. It's just a safety tip to make sure you haven't lost anything in the bear. So I've got my 8 marked in my muzzle, and I'm just gonna slip stitch. So I'm hoping you can see this contrast, but this is my muzzle that I'm gonna do. So I turn it around. We're gonna go counterclockwise, slip stitch. So I'm just slip stitching my muzzle on. So I am going from this side where I point in the pattern, underneath, and I'm just going to pull my yarn. I have myself a little end because I pull it in and I knot it. Oops. Just pull like that and do a stitch like so. Now I'm just going to slip stitch around. I'm going to go outside of these green markers. The yellow markers I kind of have where I want my edge to be. A key to keeping it clean is to keep your yarn on the inside versus out here. So keep it on the inside when you're working. This we'll deal with at the end. So I kind of think I usually get 14, but so it's 2, 3, 4, 5, and back here, 6, my yarn on the inside here, 7. I want to come across this line and keep it clean. There's 1 down. 8, 9. Just want to make sure that looks okay right there right now. Sometimes if I get a little stitch out, I just like to bring it in, but if depending, so I would go back there. I don't like that, the stitch sitting on the outside. Sometimes it's with the markers, so just try it again. Sometimes the markers get in the way. That's better. Keep it on the inside here. Across. So I'm just slip stitching across. I'm not really focused on the number. I try to say get an even amount, but I mean, at the end of the day, you can just do the round. I gotta come in tighter. I just double check. That's gonna be okay so far. And sometimes every little snout could look slightly different. Depends on your yarn you choose. But you see, by keeping this on the inside, I have a nice clean edge here. So just double check to make sure it's still looking even. Yeah, we're looking good. Stitch there. Okay, 1 more. Turn my face back around. I like that. So I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4. See, that one got in there. It's good to count. 5, 6, 7, 8. So I got all my stitch markers accounted for there. So now what I do is I just gonna slip stitch to my first one here. So I'm going under, slip stitch, chain 1, and now I'm going to turn. So now I'm going in clockwise, and I'm just going to single crochet around both loops here. Normal crochet under both loops. So it's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This one's going to be a little 11, 12, 13, 14. I got a little more stitches on this one, but that's okay. 15, 16, 17. That is, I got one more there. 18. Alright, so just a double check again. I'm looking. That's okay. See, I like that stitch to be tighter there. There. So now I have 18. So the pattern says I typically have 14. So this one I've done a bit bigger. Maybe it's the yarn. This is the frosting. I went in smaller. I did go a little bit, maybe a bit wider than I have done, but it's adjustable. The thing with this pattern is whatever your count is, just to try and adjust to your count depending on your tension and what yarn you choose. So now I'm just going to decrease around till I get 6 stitches left. So it's an invisible decrease. So we're going in the front loops here. So I'm just decreasing as I go along, taking 2 together. All the way around. You'll have to go more than once because I had 18. So I'm just decreasing. Keep going until I got 6 stitches, because I find 6 stitches is nice to cinch with. I think I got one more here. See what I got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I got one more decrease to do. Now, you can double check again. Cut my tail off. I need tail to cinch, and I want to have enough tail that I feed it through down to the body and tie it off. So I cut my tail. And I just pull that through there. Now, I add stuffing into the bear, or you can have it not stuffed. It depends on your preference. I'm just, let's see if I have any up here. I don't have any stuffing, so this one's not going to be stuffed. So, but it doesn't matter. I would just put a little bit of stuffing in here like so and make it round. This one is pretty poofy because I did 18 stitches. So the more stitches you have, the bigger the muzzle is going to be as well. So now I just cinch it. So for me, I always go, take my stitch, I got 6, I go from inside out on the outside loop, and then outside in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I just cinch, pull it tight. I guess careful on which yarn you're using because some tends to break. And then I've got a nice muzzle. And I haven't used to have to sew a muzzle on. And I just make sure my edges all look clean. And then I just take this in now and I go down through the middle, and I want to take it out through the middle of my bear. And that's why I do this after I got the arms attached. So I pull that one through, fix my muzzle there, take this other end, feed it as well, down inside through. Sure I haven't puckered the bear muzzle, snout. And there you have the snout. And I just take my ends here and I tie them. I try and go back down close to inside there. And 2 knots. Tight. And then I just take this end, my ends, and I stick it up through the head there. And it kind of blocks the head. And there you have it. You're ready to proceed on with the pattern and finish the body and onto whichever legs you choose.